Ladies and gentlemen, how the hell are y'all doing? It is your boy, the Alpha Prime. All right, so 2 days ago, or whenever y'all have just seen this, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, 2 days ago, y'all, I'm just gonna get right into it. I saw Thunderbolts, okay? Marvel, y'all are sneaky. I see what y'all did at the end there. Cool stuff. Now, if I can be honest with y'all, look, y'all probably heard all types of reviews, all types of whatevers. I'm just gonna tell you what I enjoyed most about the movie. Tell you what I didn't enjoy, okay? That's all I'm here for. Now, long story short, or short story long, as I like to say nowadays. I will start what I enjoyed, right? I didn't really write a list down, so I'm just gonna try and just freestyle it. Y'all bear with me, but this is again from seeing it one time. I seen it 2 days ago, and like haven't. Anyways, yeah. Moving on. I really enjoyed how serious the tone has now started to become around Marvel, right? You know, there's a lot more cuss words. You know, I noticed that. That's pretty good. It's more realistic. Again, a lot of the current MCU fan base, a lot of us are grown up motherfucking adults now with families and children, right? With jobs and responsibilities, okay? We are. That's just the truth. So it's like, I get that, you know, y'all like, I get that before we were the selling point as kids, but now that we're older, you know, the selling point should be the adults because we're the ones bringing the bread, all right? Is what it is. And so that's just my take on that. So I enjoyed that there was a lot more, you know, of a serious tone, less jokey joke. It was a good balance this time. A much better balance, Marvel. Y'all have done so much better with the humor in this movie. I can't speak for other projects. Anywho, moving on. Listen, spoilers, right? Spoilers. I enjoyed how they displayed the Sentry. Very good display of who this nigga is. The Superman-esque essence. We saw the super speed. We saw the fact that the Sentry can use telekinesis, which is fucking crazy. That nigga's overpowered. I ain't gonna lie. We can use telekinesis. Sorry, I keep doing this, y'all, because I need a haircut and my mustache hair keeps tickling my nose. So it's kind of annoying. Anyways, so I saw that. That was a really good use of his powers. You know, we saw the bulletproof, we saw the flight, we saw the fact that like he was just overpowering these Thunderbolts, man. Because let's be honest, yes, we have a bunch of super soldiers in that mug. We have somebody with the ability to morph and, you know, phase through objects. She's a ghost, basically. We saw all that. It's cool. I just like that they kept it real and like this is a guy that they claim is stronger than all the Avengers. So therefore, he should really be that guy. And he was. They did that well. Now, honestly, if I can move forward a little bit more, the Void. Let's talk about it. Shout out to whoever thought of it to give that motherfucker the smallest of pupils. That shit looks straight out of the comics in terms of how scary that is. You just see darkness and just small shimmer of light. That is fucking fantastic detail. I love that. It was really scary, bro. And speaking of the Void, bro, again, like, it was so funny. Part of what made me look, this was dark humor. This isn't regular humor, right? This is dark humor. Red Guardian, you know, he goes and like he protects this little girl from being crushed by rubble. You know, they're all smiley and everything. You think it's all gonna be good vibes. He's gonna take her to his mom before he then faces off against the Void. Psych! Void sends her to the Shadow Realm. Flips her out that bitch. Shadow, instant. That shit was crazy good detail. It was so good. It was so good. And then now, my absolute favorite part. This is the part 4. I enjoy the emotional side of this, bro. So for those of you that watched it and felt what I felt, y'all will know that this movie was more than just, oh, we gotta fight and punch this super strong bad guy. We gotta save the world. It was more than that. These Thunderbolts had to face their demons. All right. They had to face their demons. That was a very good touch. Very good touch. And who else but the Void would be the best person to help them face their demons? I love that because, again, a lot of us are carrying some kind of guilt that, you know, haunts us and makes us feel empty, aka feel like we have some kind of everlasting void in us. I feel it a lot. You know, some days, like the Void said, you know, like Bob said, some days I have some really good days and sometimes I just have some really bad days. You know, something that just feel very empty. I can't lie. Real shit. Real feelings, right? Real feelings, real emotion in that shit, bro. And so I really could relate to that, if I can be honest with y'all. And so that was my favorite part about it. You know, because, again, spoilers, I loved how when Bob is facing off against the Sentry, his dark side, it's like he has to be reminded that, bro, you're not alone. Because for the longest time, he felt he was alone, all right? He had an abusive dad. his mom didn't want to fuck with him because she cared more about her husband than him, even though she was getting stomped the fuck out. You know, she didn't care that Bob was trying to protect her. It sucks, you know. And a lot of people have dealt with that kind of shit in reality. And you know, I mean, my biggest sympathies to those that have experienced that shit, bro. I can never imagine that. I can never imagine that, you know. I just can't. That was not my reality. So shout out to them for touching up on that detail. It was very emotional, very emotional, very emotional, you know, because he's beating the shit out of the Void. Meanwhile, the Void is just there, you know, taking all those beatings because he wants him to be angry. He wants Bob to lose himself. And I love that. Listen, shout out to motherfucking Yelena, y'all. Yelena was the MVP on this fucking movie. Shout out to her. Shout out to Florence Pugh. Great actress. Great fucking actress, bro. She did her thing. I mean, Yelena really brought the team together. Shout out to her. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. She did. She brought the whole movie together, brought the whole team together. She is what inspired them to get a hold of Bob, bro. I love the camaraderie. I just love that. It was some real shit. Because listen, y'all, I need y'all to know something, man. For those of y'all that don't have friends, I pray you find your friends, okay? I pray you find one friend you can call a friend. Not somebody that you can rely on for anything and everything, because that's not good. That's a lot of dependency. And it's not always the best because that person is a human, bro. They most likely will disappoint you. However, I pray that you meet that person that's able to be a shoulder you could cry on, man. Again, this is what I really hope for y'all. And myself too, right? Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I had a friend, bro, that used to be a best friend, man. Yeah, this dude, we stopped being best friends because I gotta be honest. Bro was on some shiesty shit. He just was. And I'm not gonna talk too much more about that, but I do miss the nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie, that was my dog, bro. That nigga was my dog. He really was. Real shit, he was. And so I haven't been able to, quote unquote, find that kind of feeling again that felt, you know, genuine. Like this somebody, like I was always talking to this guy every day, bro. You know, besides my lovely wife, this was a friend that I could do that with. You know what I'm saying? So I really encourage everybody to try and step out of the comfort zone and just check on the people that you call friends, acquaintances. Just be like, yo, I thought about you. What's up? Are you alive? Cool. You know, however it is you address each other, do that, man. Real shit, bro. Now, if I'm being honest, the things I didn't like about the movie, I will say, I didn't like the ending part where y'all said these were the new Avengers. It's a nice little twist. Again, because we know that Sam Wilson is Captain America, so I don't know how that's gonna go. It might be a Civil War 2. That'll be fire, though. That'll be fire. If there's a Civil War 2, that'll be gas, actually. But we'll see, right? We'll see how that goes. Anyways, we have the new Avengers. I didn't really fuck with it, but here we are, right? It is what it is. I would prefer for them to remain Thunderbolts, if I'm being dead ass. But it's cool. And then also, now, this is a super secret thing I wanted to predict with y'all, bruh. This is if and only if you stay to the very end of the second end credit. Remember, y'all stay. Yeah, remember, there's always usually 2 end credits in the Marvel movie. Now, if you saw the end credits, you see the Fantastic Four jetting back into Earth. This is my prediction, y'all. My prediction, bear with me. I predict that we know Galactus is involved, we know Silver Surfer is involved, so obviously some cosmic shit is involved, right? I predict that like the Fantastic Four is gonna fly out into space to try and stop Galactus's punk ass. Because if you saw the trailer, we see that they have spacesuits on. And this is after they got their powers. So we know they go back into space. So my guess is they go into space, they're probably not fully stopping Galactus. Please tell me y'all don't kill Galactus. That's Galactus. You can't kill Galactus in one fucking movie. Then again, these are like 3 movies to kill him first. Cool. Anyways, they go to space to stop Galactus. They probably befriend the Silver Surfer, but they get lost in space, right? And then, of course, you know that time accelerates way faster in space compared to back. No, sorry. Time slows down way longer in space than it does on Earth. So my guess is Fantastic Four probably left the Earth in the 60s, right? Got stuck in space somewhere. They tried to navigate their way back to Earth. You know what I'm saying? Years have passed. You give me? Years have passed and they probably haven't aged too much. That's what I'm thinking. They haven't aged too much. On their way back, they're gonna be surprised to meet an Earth that has now, you know, changed and forgotten about them a little bit. You feel me? That's what my prediction is. And we're probably gonna see that wrap up in the second post credit after the Fantastic. That's what my guess is. That's what I'm predicting. Mark my words. I think that's what happens, right? I think that's what happens. So, but anyways, this has just been, you know, what I felt about the movie. I think it's Marvel is back type of situation. They are back in a new and good way, in a revitalized way that is not as corny. Because I can't lie to you, my last fucking straw was Thor: Love and Thunder. That really sent me to a bad place with MCU, right? So many things I haven't watched, shows, movies. I haven't watched a bunch. I didn't watch Captain Marvel. I haven't watched Agatha did it or whatever. Agatha. I haven't finished watching Daredevil. You know, Daredevil is, you know, street level shit. I still haven't finished that. What else haven't I watched? Shit. I never watched She-Hulk. Alright. But yeah, that's really it for now, y'all. So this is just it, you know. That's my prediction. Yeah, and this was just my review on that movie. Just to tell y'all what I liked, what I didn't like, which was very few. I didn't like it, just a little bit I didn't like, you know? It really did. This was a decent film. It was a decent watch. It was very real, very raw, emotionally very raw. Psychologically too, very raw. You know? I think that was it. I think that's really it, y'all. This has been your boy, the Alpha Prime. My take, my / review on what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy on Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers. Feige, mark my words. If you're too rubbish on Fantastic Four, I'm done. I'm not really done, but I will be more done than I was after Love and Thunder. Because I'm gonna be like, oh, brother. Because see, my expectations are in the gutter, y'all. I can't lie, they're in the gutter. They're rotting. My expectations are rotting away. They're dirty. So I do hope that Fantastic Four goes well. If you enjoy this movie, you know, drop a comment or subscribe while you're at it too. Haha. But tell me what you thought. And yeah, this has been my take on the Thunderbolts. Pretty decent. You know, because again, it's not really a review. This is just me telling y'all what I like, what I didn't like. Because I'm sure, listen, I'm kind of late, but doesn't matter. I saw it when I wanted to see it. It is what it is. Yeah. Catch you on the next one, bro. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Your boy Alpha Prime. Peace.
Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better. Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year.